So, good afternoon. Still in sunny August in Great Britain. It looks like I need to go and see the barber. When I was a young lad in my teens, it was the time where people had lots of hair. I was one of those, and into rock music, of course. You've got to be, haven't you? So, this brief video is just rebutting, really, the constant videos that keep coming out. And this chap called Robin does quite a lot of anti-witness videos, and he's got a connection to South Africa. When I actually first saw a part of this video, it's because the front cover says that Jehovah's Witnesses have changed their teachings. The latest Watchtower November says now Jehovah's Witnesses have given up the idea of having Armageddon. It may never happen. And then he quotes a paragraph in the Watchtower Study article produced in the November edition of the Watchtower. That paragraph talks about that some people who may die before Armageddon comes, some of us may die before then, and what is it, about 70,000 Jehovah's Witnesses died back in 2022-23 just from COVID, let alone the normal death rate amongst the 9 million ministers of Jehovah's Witnesses. He happens to say there's 8 million in one of his videos, so 9 million, and they're ministers. They're not all the people that associate with Jehovah's Witnesses. If you add in all the people that associate with Jehovah's Witnesses, it comes to a peak figure of around about 22 million. Now, is this a new teaching? Because there's a whole load of videos. Oh, they've changed the teachings on this, Jehovah's Witnesses are new teaching, number 5. Well, let's just quote from jw.org, shall we? The library, this is, and it's paragraph 19, or is it 18? No, it's paragraph 18, and it says this. Who are the righteous that are to be resurrected? Now, this is a Watchtower Study article as well. No, it isn't. No, I'm wrong. It's from a book called You Can Live Forever in Paradise. And it says, the resurrection will include faithful servants of God who lived before Jesus came to earth. Many of these persons are mentioned by name in Hebrews chapter 11. They did not hope to go to heaven, but hoped to live on earth again. Also among the righteous to be resurrected are faithful servants of God who've died in recent years. So if you're alive now and you're 80, you may not have very long to live. All of us who are a bit younger than that are hoping to live 10 or 20 years, but we don't know what will happen, do we? Tomorrow something can happen. I'm going away on a vacation. I could have a crash and dead. So this would be the hope that I would hope to have. Of course, Jehovah himself is the judge, no one else. I know these antagonistic ex-Jehovah's Witnesses will want to make out that the governing body tell us what to do, but the one who tells us what to do is Jesus Christ. His Father tells us, and he tells us what his Father has to say. It's quite clear in Scripture. So it says here, the righteous will be resurrected. Those who have died in recent years will see a hope of living forever on earth when they're raised from the dead. That would be in the new world. So when was that recorded? Well, that was one of the Bible study aids back in the 1990s, chapter 20. So it's not a new teaching. I'm doing a video on this thing about they've got clothing. Oh, that's a new teaching. And they've got a teaching on education. That's a new. So I'm doing a little brief videos on those as well. It's actually, when I saw this ex-Jehovah's Witness, who's been an ex-Jehovah's Witness for about 20 years, Robin, I thought that's interesting because I had a period of time when I wasn't a Jehovah's Witness, and I had some connections with the kind of gay transgendered community, and the word Robin can go either way. And by the look of him, I was wondering, was it a her who's become a him? But I believe it's genuinely a him. There's a way of telling by the fingers. Apparently some have even had an operation for that. An operation in your fingers. So anyway, it's a shame that people are disgruntled. Perhaps they've got into such a habit when they were Jehovah's Witnesses of preaching the good news, standing by the carts or knocking on people's doors every week, that perhaps they feel the need to preach the good news now, and so they're using the marvellous YouTube. It's just that they have a tendency to put up front covers that on their videos that are entirely misleading. Although likely I won't get as many viewings as he gets. Is it because I live in Great Britain? And I don't know, is Britain less advantageous than having a video and releasing it on YouTube in America, the US? I don't know. Anyway, take care, see you again. About Armageddon and not knowing the day or the hour, I am making a video about that because I was on the YouTube and I saw, this isn't Jehovah's Witnesses, I saw someone make a comment about no one knows the day or the hour, and it's an interesting viewpoint. It's not taught by Jehovah's Witnesses, but it's an interesting viewpoint about God knowing the day and hour, and only him, only Jehovah knows the day and the hour, which is interesting. It's very interesting, actually. And when it's announced, is it announced? Strange, isn't it? I know we won't know until events begin to happen, and then we'll go, now we kind of have an idea of the day and the hour. Because that happened to Noah, didn't it? He had an idea of the day and the hour when he was given notice near the end of the 120 years warning period that God had given him, as recorded in Genesis 6. So thank you very much. Take care, everybody. I'll speak to you again. I might have a better suntan as well, although it's not been bad in the United Kingdom this last summer. We've had a good amount of sun. Thank you and take care, everybody. Subscribe if you like to. That would be nice. It does help. Thank you.